Look alive, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sports fans around the world. It is episode 79. We are the Milly Goats of DraftKings DFS Destiny. It is November 12th, 2023. Let us be the first to wish you and yours a happy National French Dip Day. The sandwich.
Hi. I
Get your
love me a
minds out
good
of the
French
gutter.
dip.
Dude, you're not kidding, man. Best French dip on the market.
McAllister's.
No doubt about it.
What
Absolutely.
what's it called? We
Anjou?
had no, no the what was it in February? It was the
Prime rib?
Penundrum whatever, with the where it matched frontwards and backwards. What's that called?
Oh, palindrome?
Yeah. What's it called when it's 11, 12, 23? So the front two equal the last one. Just basic math day? Like what?
Oh, I don't know. You're outside of my realm there.
11, 11, 12, 23. They equal.
2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. It's like NASCAR
Yes.
with numbers.
3 1s, 2 2s, 1 3. Boom.
Isn't that love? 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1,
I love you.
2, 3, 1. The text message one. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The old school text messages. For
Yeah.
those of you.
Not T9 word.
Hey, none of this touchscreen stuff. Back in the day when you used to have to type everything out word by word
Mm-hmm.
or letter
Mm-hmm.
by letter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's National French Dip Day. We'll get to that in a minute. But we got Sunday night football going on, which is the Jets and the Raiders. And it's exactly, I think, how everybody would think it would go. What's the score? Did you see?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
It
Did you
was
do the movie night?
6-3 when I came down.
Oh my gosh. So we're going for history here, dude. History.
Yeah?
This might be the third primetime game in a row. No passing touchdowns.
Really?
Yep.
I'll
So I
tell
think
you
it was
what. It ain't happening tomorrow.
the Jets and whoever they played the Monday night game.
Oh yeah, the Chargers.
Yes. And then the Thursday night game was Carolina, Chicago. And then tonight's Jets and Raiders. So this would be a whole week without a touching. And I don't even think there was one this morning. Or was there?
JT scored 10-6.
But it wasn't a passing touchdown, was it?
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't see the
I don't
game.
think it was. I saw him running in. Oh, it's 9-3. Update. 4th and
So still
29.
field goal.
From a DraftKings perspective, that means we nailed it, which
Hey,
was
double D, double K.
double D, double kicker, triple running backs, whatever. Anyways, okay, so we've got week 10 that's finishing, well, almost finishing up. We're trying to win the Millie. Javi, in DraftKings, did you win the Millie?
I did not. I did, however, have my best score of the year though.
What was it?
178.
Oh, hey, not bad there. How'd you
Yeah.
get there? What was I guess we can go over it later, but
It was a
give a teaser.
Hal. I had Hal, quarterback.
Mm,
I had Hawkinson's though
dog,
too.
dog. How?
Yeah. Yeah.
Too much time.
It was that lineup I sent earlier in the day to the group, and I was like, "This one's got a shot."
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, that's the one with, was that Olave in there?
Um,
Because I said
yes,
Olave had a tutty.
yes.
Nice. Hey, I
No,
did
it
not.
was not Olave. I had Hal, Montgomery, 20 points. Rasheed White, 17 points. Lockett, 23 points. McLaurin killed me.
Mm.
Terry backed up today.
Back. Hey, he put it in reverse, Terry.
He did. He had 7 points. I thought Rasheed was going to go off because Thomas got arrested on Friday. But
He got hurt too, Thomas.
I guess Jameis and Rasheed weren't feeling each other, but Hawkinson 23, Kittle 23, and Ravens D 14.
Forgot. Jameis game, man. Classic Jameis game too. We'll
Yeah.
get to that. Yeah, we got so we had Sunday morning football too. We'll get to that as well. Hey, Niners won the Super Bowl. Tex isn't here to tell us about it, but the Niners won the Super Bowl, dude. They did it.
Man,
Hopefully he joins so he can tell us about it.
that ring was big.
Hey, that thing was he called me. My nephew called me. He goes, "I got more than you." I said, "No, you don't." I said, "I got 5." He said he had 5. I don't know where he's getting all these rings, but he keeps getting them. So,
He's got 5 on it.
hey, I'm not even gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope.
my
Hey,
5.
yeah, that's right. 5 for 5. Arby's, bring it back.
He's
Um,
gonna be taking the picture like this after his
dude,
flag football days. That Jordan picture.
Jerry Moore, the Jerry
Yeah.
Moore picture. Grab that axe. I wonder if he did bring an axe. Dude, how about Wendy's cucking Arby's? They do the $5 big bag now.
Really?
Yeah. You get
Wow.
like 4 things for $5. I mean, Arby's, what are you doing, dude? You don't have the meats.
Arby's is 2 for 10 now.
You got the yeets, dude.
Yeet, yeet.
Yeet. So Niners won the Super Bowl. That's foreshadowing. Also, my Niners, as you can see on my hat. We're back, dude. We are back. We've never been more back. We dismantled the Jaguars. Sorry about you, Duval, and all your hype that you had. And the college football playoff, we got something on that. They're expanding it. I don't know if you heard this, dude. People are saying CJ Stroud should be up for MVP. Are we the
I
first to report that?
I mean, haven't heard that yet.
It's such a pissing contest all over social media to be like, see, I told y'all. Everybody's going, see, look at this tweet I said whenever CJ Stroud was good. I told y'all. Dude, come on. I said the people who drafted him in fantasy football, those are the ones that told you.
Yeah.
That's
Facts.
the one. You're the
Facts.
ones. You're right. All right, we got all kinds of stuff to get to. Week 10, dude. Why dare we say wild week 10? The 2 late games were pretty good.
I didn't see him.
Okay. Well, the Chargers and Lions was good.
I saw the score. Yeah, it looked like they're
That was a back and forth, and then the Commanders and Seahawks, that was good.
I think
Cowboys were
you or text somebody sent me a message saying that I wasn't about to get 100 points. And I looked,
it
and
was
yeah, I
that.
mean, it was like I think cuz I went big on Seahawks Commanders game,
Yes, you did.
and it was like 9-6 or something. So to check back in after putting the kids to bed and seeing that I was actually cashing, my lineups were moving up the leaderboard, then I'm assuming that game turned around.
It did. It got hectic late. It was good. I mean, it was a fun game to watch. There was too much time left for both quarterbacks because I sent out I sent out a tweet that said too much time left for Hal, and there was like 3 minutes left. And he did. He drove him down the field, and they scored. And then it was somebody said too much time for Gino, so that was.
Dude,
And then he drove.
the ending to the Texans Bengals game was super fast. I was watching on our way back from our trip today, where our job that we were working,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw Boyd make that long catch, and then it was a timeout or something. It went to a commercial.
Yeah.
So I flipped it to um, the Browns Ravens game because the Browns were the Ravens. The Browns had just missed the PAT. The Ravens had the ball, so I was like, I want to see if they get the stop here because
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that the Bengals are probably just going to run it down and kick a field goal or score a touchdown or something. And when I turned it back to the Bengals game, it was over. And I'm like, wait, who won? What happened? Like, how did this end so quickly? I couldn't believe how fast it ended.
Well, Tyler Boyd dropped a sure touchdown. I mean, little wiggle route up the seam. It looked like cover 2. Joe Burrow hit him right. I mean, right in the hands, in the face mask, like right here. And he just boom dropped it. So they had to kick a field goal to tie the game. And then CJ Stroud took him right down the field. Boom, game winner. Over. Houston's
After he
5-4.
about threw that pick six.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
was a terrible pass.
that was awful. So now he's not up for the MVP. Let us be the first to disavow MVP for CJ Stroud and
Hey,
put it.
rookie of the year still though.
Yeah, he could get rookie of the year, but MVP is Josh Dobbs right now. I don't care what anybody says.
I
I don't
mean,
give a I don't care.
most adversity.
Yes. Um. All right. So we got all that. Aaron Rodgers, of course, all over the. Hey, he didn't throw before the game. But just in case you were wondering, big news, breaking news: Aaron Rodgers did not throw it, but he is running on a gravity treadmill where he's running at jogging at 50% his body weight. Big news.
Apparently, he doesn't even. He's not even going back to New Jersey with the team ever. He stays out west and he just meets the team wherever they're playing on Sunday.
You serious?
Yeah,
Oh my, dude.
like he's rehabbing in California, so he just flies and meets the team wherever they're at for their game. Like he's
There was
not
some
even training at the facility.
there was some dude. I guess he went to Vegas or had a connecting flight in Vegas or something this past over the weekend. And some dude was wearing his jersey and he was walking through the airport, got a tap on the shoulder, said, "Hey, nice jersey, dude." The guy turns around, who's wearing the jersey, and it's Aaron Rodgers. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that proves my point. Like he doesn't travel with the team.
Who who's the guy that wears a jersey on like a Friday or Saturday? I get it if it's on a Sunday. Like that's a
Dude, have
big
you
debate.
ever been to the airport on a Friday? It is
Probably
nothing. If you've never been to the airport on a Friday,
during
it's
football
nothing.
season.
Yes, during football
Okay.
season, it is nothing but college football and NFL football teams.
Huh. I'll have to pay
People
attention to that.
going, repping their schools, repping their teams, going most likely to where those teams are playing, or just wants everybody to know, like, this is my team.
I stand corrected then. That makes sense. Remember whenever we flew to San Francisco and I thought I was hot stuff with my Niners jacket till we showed up to the airport? It was like
Everybody
eating
had it.
a Oh my gosh, dude. I got bodied in the airport via my team swag. Okay. Hall of Fame bets, dude. They are on a meteoric rise with their parlays. If you don't know what Hall of Fame bets is, use promo code MillyGoat. You'll get 50% off your first Millie Goats. You'll get 50% off your first month. You basically get on that app, download it on Apple. I think they have a website if you have a Droid. And you download that thing and it will give you every piece of information that you could ever want. It's like having Chat GPT for your parlays, basically. All the filters you can do. And you basically sift through that information. It'll give you edges, it'll give you probabilities, it'll give you, like it's legit. So Hall of Fame bets is down in the description. In the show notes if you're listening and watching right now. And by the way, thank you for if you are watching, we appreciate it on YouTube and Rumble and Twitter, all those places. If you're listening to the podcast, phenomenal. National French Dip Day. Served up hot, tender slices of beef or pork. I didn't know it was pork. That's weird. I would never eat a pork French dip.
Yeah, I didn't know
I
it
don't
was
like that.
pork either.
Yeah. Ugh. I need to vet this before. On a French roll, make up a delicious sandwich. Sometimes cheese is added. You have to have cheese. However, the key ingredients are the au jus and spicy mustard. No. First of all, meat, cheese, bread, au jus.
Maybe a little onion.
Yeah, I'll take some onion. Yeah. You don't need mustard on that thing. This isn't a
Gross.
Cuban. This isn't a
Gross.
Cuban. Like, get
Not
out
a
of here.
Reuben
Reuben, there you go. There you go. Wait, that's Thousand Island.
and sauerkraut.
Co- it's not even close, dude. It's a cold sandwich. All right. Cole's French Dip. I didn't know this. The originator of the French Dip sandwich founded National French Dip Day in 2018 to honor the 110th anniversary of their opening on November 12th, 1908, in historic downtown Los Angeles, now known as Los Carsangeles because of Carson Wentz.
Hey yo.
Let's go. Now, we're big French dip guys. No question about it. Is there any other hot sandwich that rivals the French dip?
Meatball.
Mm. Meatballs. That's a legit sandwich. You like I like the spicy meatball.
My only problem with the meatball is sometimes they put too much sauce on.
True. It gets messy.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't like it messy. All right,
But French
halftime.
dips, French dips, great. I love French dip. It's
Halftime at
great.
the game, 9-6.
French dip's a great lunch sandwich.
It is. Do you
But
go
you're not
you go
getting
12
French dip
inch
at dinner.
or 6?
Well, lunch 6.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
side of shoestring fries.
Mm. I've been knocking down my portion sizes recently.
Yeah, I need to.
Staying lean, dude. Um. Okay, so that's National French Dip Day. If you have a French dip, send us a picture. Actually, don't send us a picture. Just send us the noise of you chewing it and eating it. Just send us the audio of you eating a French dip sandwich.
Like you're listening to
Make,
me eat on these pretzels.
make sure it's really close to your mouth with the microphone, and we'll post it on Twitter. Man, what if somebody does that? That would be funny.
You have to post it on Twitter now.
We'll tag you. Just send us your Twitter or Instagram name, and we will tag you. It's just you eating a sandwich, just the audio. Don't send
We'll
us a
put
video.
we'll put it on our Milly Goats OnlyFans page.
All right. On the show, we have Week 10 recap, DraftKings, NFL stuff, tail lines, home rally, hang the banners, other relevant sports news, college football throwdown, roundup, whatever. The listener league roundup. Oh, shout out to Tyler Tamboline, who's one of the big wigs in the DraftKings network, and Ship It Nation, I think, for joining our tournament. I don't think he placed though. We'll get to that later. The Inter Squad Dad Kings Jamboree. Stop stealing our T-shirt designs, intellectual property. Unblock us, Reddit College Football, you cowards. But yeah, shout out Tyler Tameline for jumping in the contest. That was awesome. Okay, football tail lines. We do tail lines because everybody else does headlines. Tails never fails. Ever heard of it? First, before we get into those, I think you have this as part of yours, so I'll let you. We put it in the doc, so I'll let you kind of take the wheel from here for your tail line.
My tail line? Hey, my tail line this week goes out to our alma mater, our team that has finally, I think, found their gear.
Finally, the Rock.
App State. Another big win. We officially control our own destiny for SoCon championship because
Sunbelt.
oh yeah. Sunbelt, my bad. We used to play in the SoCon, so it's not
Back when we
completely wrong. But James Madison right now can't play in it. So if we went out and James Madison beats Coastal, hey, we're in there. We're in there. But funny thing about this past game was the team we played, Georgia State, their coach is an App State guy.
Mm-hmm.
He played
He's
at
one of
App
our
State.
coaches.
He coached us when we played. App State, they didn't do this when we were there, but now when they get to the stadium, they circle around the logo and do a prayer.
Mm-hmm. They
Well,
do it
this guy,
everywhere.
they everywhere. This coach who played at App State, the App State guy, had his team go interrupt that and get in the middle of it. And then we proceeded to hang 42 on them.
Shellacking in front of a sad crowd for Georgia.
Of
They have a
10
nice
people.
yes.
It's a
They have a
shame. It's
nice
a shame that they
that is.
have
Yeah.
0 fans.
And they were pretty good. But
Yeah.
I mean, I saw all the videos and stuff, and it was like, man, why does nobody go to this? That's why we get so mad at App State when they stink. It's like you got these people that packing out 40,000. They're good. They're getting ready to remodel the stadium again.
Yeah.
Like it is it is a lifeline of bloodline up there. And when they lose, it hurts, man. It hurts. It hurts us when App State loses.
That's why it's hard to put, I guess, like, really judge Clark. Like, because Clark knows all this. Nobody
it more than
likes
anybody.
nobody likes App State as much as Clark likes App State. Nobody wants App State to do as well as much as Clark wants App State to do. But it's just like what had been going on until these last 2-3 games was just like, what are we doing? What
Listen,
product is this?
we're not used to being number 10 in the power rankings of any conference ever.
But
Never.
hey, he's got the boys rolling.
They
So
look, they got
let's
everything
go.
they want right in front of them, including College Game Day is going to James Madison this weekend. And this is the second year in a row App State will be on College Game Day. Usually this is a disaster for App State whenever they're standalone. It's not a standalone game, though.
No.
Not a standalone game. So, but Game Day will be there, much to Oregon State and Washington's chagrin. That's where they were hoping that Game Day would be to Corvallis, but no. Nay. Mountaineers back in the spotlight. Let's go, baby. All right. My tail line is quarterbacks who throw for 3 touchdowns and win by 30 points or more are elite, and you can't tell me otherwise. Everybody's saying C.J. Stroud for MVP. Lamar's developing as a pocket passer.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
But is it throw for 3 touchdowns, win by 30, or is that a product of a great defense? Because everybody scores in the NFL, but not everybody
No.
stops people.
He went right this particular. I'm going to use an example. Brock Purdy went right down the completely random, unbiased. Went right down the field, opening drive, boom, rolling left, throwing back across his body. Ayuk catches it, touchdown. They're up 7-0. They don't look back. Boom, game over. From that point, if Patrick Mahomes makes that throw, the internet's like, oh my gosh, no quarterback can roll left and throw right across their body. But hey, that's what Chris Collinsworth voice. That's what you get whenever you got Mahomes. You just got to live and die with that stuff. Sounded like the weird alien from Monsters Inc. at the end. We're always watching without. Yeah. I mean, Pat Mahomes makes that throw. Everybody's like, wow, he did. Brock Purdy is like, wow, that's a bad throw. You can't do that in the NFL. So shut up, everybody. It was a great throw. He had 3 touchdowns. Anyways.
Brock Purdy benefited today by playing with a lead the whole game.
Well, yeah, that's kind of their thing.
Yeah, he's terrible if the other team scores first.
I was just giving a random example, QB comparison, like blank, put this quarterback, put that quarterback, right? Like put up, let's say, a quarterback from the Ravens stats and then put a quarterback from the Niners stats from today. Which one would you rather have, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I was doing. Blind resume.
Yeah.
So Butch P wrote embarrassing loss. I'm assuming he's talking about the Panthers. Oh my gosh, dude, that game. We got that one here in a second. But shout out to the Panthers fans planning a march to the stadium to demand better play. Did you see that?
I did.
Oh, peaceful protests about how terrible the Panthers are.
I love there's starting to be some defense being thrown up for Bryce Young and playing bad. And, well, Matt Stafford and Trevor Lawrence and all these other quarterbacks started their NFL careers at 1-6 and
yes,
blah blah blah.
It's now the time in the season for Bryce Young where they start throwing up Peyton Manning's first year, Troy Aikman's first year, all these other like Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I remember watching those guys play. I don't think they
just got a bad team.
Oh, they're terrible. Terrible.
But one thing I'll say about Bryce Young, I haven't watched a ton of Panthers games, but the ones I have watched, it's like he's questioning if the guy's open.
Mm-hmm.
Like Stroud's just throwing it.
Yeah.
Like he's got confidence in his arm. Bryce Young just he's lacking that confidence that he's going to be able to throw it in that tight window.
Yeah. Well, you can tell in his footwork, his drop. Like when you watch these guys drop, get to their top of their drop, 3, 5, 7 step drop. Like if they're slow, like that throws off all the timing. It might tell you that they're still trying to synthesize data, or they just never been coached to play quarterback like they should have been. I was talking with, oddly enough, Kyle Sloter on Twitter about that, and I was like, it looks, because he was mentioning the drop back too and the speed of it. And it was like, it looks like, I said to him, I was like, it looks like he's just trying to still process. And he goes, well, it might be that, or it might just be he's not coached to get to his depth. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, you're looking at throwing in windows in the NFL.
Well,
Anyways,
and this is the first time in his life that he's ever played for a bad team.
mm,
He went
true.
to modern day high school in California, which produces studs. Like their whole team goes D1 usually. Then he went to Bama. I mean, it's the first time in his life that he's played with a bad team.
They're really bad.
And he's not quite fast enough to run around like he did in college.
And the protection is
Yeah.
not
That's what I'm
the
saying. Like
same.
if the protection broke down at Bama, he was still athletic enough to make an escape and find a really good wide receiver that was running down the field that was going to make the catch. Like now everybody's faster. Like he's not quite athletic enough to extend the play like he's used to being able to.
Right. Well, they stink
Yeah,
pretty
they're
much.
terrible. Panthers are
And
terrible.
shout out Colin Cowherd, who said the Bears blew their chance at getting Caleb Williams, which I don't think anybody. I'm not a fan of Caleb Williams, but because he said
I don't think he'll go first.
Drake May, dude, or Penix. Why not Penix? I don't know. Anyways,
Why not the kid from
oh,
LSU?
Jaden Daniels,
Yeah. I
he's
mean,
a
he's
loser,
a
dude.
Trent
He
Richardson
loses.
type.
He loses. No, he's ganglier than Trent. Trent Richardson's a house.
Yeah, but so does Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams has never had a team win the conference championship.
I know. Neither is Drake May. Michael Penix. We'll see. TBD.
I don't like Michael Penix's throwing angle. I like his angles.
Wow. You don't like his arm angles?
No,
Coming from a guy who loves Josh Allen, you don't like his arm angles.
no. I'm not a big lefty quarterback guy either.
Whoa. Wow. Profiling, dude.
Just saying.
Handism. Watch your tone, sir. All right. Homer Alley. This is where we get to talk about our teams. The Bills are up first. They play tomorrow against the Broncos, right?
Yeah.
All right. Give us a come on.
Hey, I said last week when I did my trap game of the week that I thought this was a trap game for us. We got the Jets next week, so and we have 3 really tough games after that. So everybody's just assuming that this will be a win for us, but it's on our defense. When our defense started week 1 against the Jets, we only have 3 guys that have started every game since then.
Really?
Yes, and one of them is questionable for this game, so he might not play this game. So if that's the
Which one
case, then
is it?
uh, Bernard, our linebacker,
Oh. Oh. Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
So we might only have just 2 guys that started week 1 and have continued to play every week. Starting,
Is Josh Norman going to play?
he might. Benford's out. Hell, Damar Hamlin might dress this week because
Ooh.
Hyde's out. We're down bad on defense, so we're
I
just
did see
trying
this.
to
The spread changed from 7.5 to 7.
survive in advance right now.
It was good that the Ravens lost, the Bengals lost,
Yeah,
the
Bengals
Niners,
losing was good because you can kind of count on the Texans probably losing a few.
and the Niners beat the wheels off the Jags for you. You're welcome.
Yeah, I think it would have been better if the Browns would have lost than the Ravens because the Ravens are 3 games ahead of us anyway.
The AFC North somehow the Steelers are 6-3,
I
and
know.
so are the Browns.
Yeah, Browns are in first place in that division.
Oh my gosh, dude! See, everybody's yelling at the Niners. What's wrong with the Niners? Hey, we lost to the Browns, the Vikings, and the Bengals. All teams with winning records.
Mhm. Mhm.
Say, you feel good? I mean, where you feel like you're AFC, give me temperature check. Temperature check of the room.
If
The
if
Bills.
we'll win,
Yeah.
oh, we'll definitely win. We're home game. Josh Allen won like 70% of his primetime games he's played in.
Will they be 6-4 if they win this?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I think
6 and
they
4. Yes,
yeah.
they're 5-4 because they played 9 games.
Okay. We have more on that game later. All right. Now my Homer Alley turn. We finally exercised the demons, dude. We beat an AFC team because we had only lost to the Vikings in the NFC, and then we were 0-2 against the AFC. So now we've got the Super Bowl feet wet of seeing a team from a different conference, and we dominated them. And let me throw out this little stat for the 49ers.
On a neutral
Christian McCaffrey,
site.
Christian McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey was in the game late because Shanahan was trying to get him that 18th game in a row for the touchdown. And you're sitting there holding your breath the entire time as a Niners fan. Purdy, 148.9 rating as a quarterback this game. Say what you want. He's back. He went to the farm. He dug up some corn, cut some grass, got back to his roots, didn't turn the ball over. The defense, finally, 5 sacks, and they won total plays and the time of possession battle. When they do those 3 things, they're pretty hard to beat. So, get out in front. I'm feeling good right now. Still ahead in the NFC West. Purdy looks good. Everybody was healthy. Debo scored. Ayuk was out there pushing people around, getting offensive pass interference. Kittle was acting like he was hurt every time he caught a ball.
See the new Matt Stafford?
Who?
Kittle.
Dude, he might be. Every time he goes up to catch the ball, he's always laying on the ground, like grimacing and all this stuff. So, hey, defense was flying around today, man. That
What
was good to see.
the Niners need to do, they need to put an elite script, first 15 play script together. They need to go out there. They need to win the coin toss, elect to receive, go down
Tails
and
never fail.
score, and let their defensive ends, let their book ends pin their ears back and go after the quarterback.
Chase Young and Nick Bosa were in the backfield all day.
I know.
They
It's
mollywopped.
dangerous.
That game was so bad, 34-3. They booted it off the live stream or the national broadcast. It's
Wow.
the 3rd time that's happened. So then I had to go to the Sunday Ticket and use that to watch the game. So Sam Darnold got some reps. I mean, let's go, dude. I mean, you can say whatever you want. They're back. Shanahan with his weird hat. So we don't have DYLON. Got to be fired up. We didn't get a text from him, but he's got to be fired up about the Vikings. So,
Yeah,
and then
he
the
was.
Cowboys fans, no shows.
Wait,
So maybe
no, he did say something.
what do you say? You find
He's
it. I'll talk the Cowboys.
he
We
said he was having a really good day in DraftKings.
draft queens.
He said that his best lineup was doing great, and he came out positive cash side. But the damn Vikings nuking the clock in the second half killed me. So he's upset with them, even though they played well.
Mm,
They won against a stingy team. He's upset with them.
mm.
Can't
So
win with that
he
guy. You can't win.
no, the registrar of Skull is cussing his own team, even though they won and they're on this what 5-game winning streak, and he's
Yeah,
complaining.
with a guy that they wasn't even on their roster 2 weeks ago.
Wow, I saw Madison got. Now here's another stat for the
His
Vikings.
expectations are getting a little high.
The Vikings are 5-0 without Justin Jefferson and 2-0 without Kirk Cousins. So
Hmm.
should you trade both of them? We're back to that
Yeah.
again.
Oh, good point.
I mean, do you really want Justin Jefferson coming back into the lineup and demanding targets and throwing off the the locker room vibe? I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, we're not saying that. We would never say that.
Yeah, just
It's
what
just
we're
the
hearing
stats.
that.
Yeah, the stats were presented to everybody and make your own assumptions.
Yeah, it was Hall of
So,
Fame bets. We saw the stats on there. It was those guys.
hey, Josh Dobbs is electric though. MVP. Let's go.
How can you not pull for that guy? If
Dude, I don't know.
you're not pulling for that guy, you got a big old poop in your pants.
Did you see what his story about how he got traded? It's the coach from the Cardinals like, we're not trading you. He's like, there's no way we're trading you. All right, we're starting Clayton Tune. And then like the next day, nobody said anything to him and he was traded. So like they basically just lied to his face. Anyways. All right.
Dude, you had a funny tweet about him. Cracked me up.
What? Oh, yeah. What was it? It was, I don't even remember who I was talking.
It was Dan Ormsby or Orgosby or whatever his name
Oh,
is.
Orlovsky.
Was saying something about him, and then you wrote our nickname in there, the Passtronaut.
Yep.
And somebody else said something about like Jared, the backup ceiling being high, and you said, "How can you? How can his ceiling be higher than a guy that's in space?"
Oh yeah, it was like he said something about Josh Dobbs makes his team better, da 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 da. And I said, is he the quarterback of the future? And one of the Vikings fans, shout out you, whoever you are. Thanks for interacting with us. Yeah, he said, I like the ceiling of the team better with Kirk or Jaron Hall to see what he has.
No, we screwed it all up. Danny O said JJ McCarthy would be great with the Vikings. And you wrote, "Are you doubting the Passtronaut?" And this guy wrote, "Ceiling on McCarthy is way higher." And you go, "How is the ceiling higher than a guy who's in space?" Zinger.
Oh man. Shout out to us for that one. Holy cow. Hey, we got your back, Josh Dobbs, dude. You don't want McCarthy. You only threw it like 3 times the other day. Why would you want that guy?
Oh my
god. All right. We got to get our music ready because we got to get into the real football talk and go over some of this stuff.
I'm ready.
All right. Hit our theme music.
Football, you're so cool.
And on our show, you're gonna rule. Football, we love you. Wow. Bam. Man, we got to get that out. We need a music video. So in case we ever go on a live tour, we have to perform that as soon as we start the show. Okay. First things first, Muck the Stalls listener contest. This is our contest we do on DraftKings. We put it out on Twitter at MillyGoats. Click on the link and you can join this contest with us. It's only $1 to enter. And we suck at this contest. We are there. We personally, the Milly Goats Collective, you'll see our logo in there. We stink. We are pathetic, or I am at least. 24 total entrants. Tyler Tamboline from Ship It Nation. And he works with Pat Mayo, who has the Pat Mayo experience on DraftKings. I don't know if I don't think he joined it, but Tamboline did. He was in there, so shout out you, dude. On the podium, Navy dude Dave from the Wake and Rake crew, the genius, 193.08 points, gets the trophy. Wake Border 1023, 159.38. C White Boy, hey, you remember this guy, C White Boy 55? We roasted him last week.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, he went from worst to podium. 156.22. Uncle Bubba, 152.78. Sean Hackberth from one week wins or something. 1 week season. I think they're a DFS company too. 152.58. So the battle for second through fifth was pretty tight, but Navy dude Dave absolutely ran away with this thing. I mean, 193 is
shout out Navy dude Dave. Not to burst your bubble, but this is a roast on Tex more than it is trying to take away from Navy dude Dave. Mm-hmm. If our guy Tex enters, he wins. But he doesn't enter.
Nope. He's
He had
currently
193.66.
mm,
So it snuck him
so
out. So he's pulling
asterisk
us back. He's actually pulling the Millie Goats back because this is our contest. We should have somebody up there.
somewhere near the top.
And he would have placed the last 2 weeks, and he hasn't entered either week.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Speaking of,
Wow, he's timing in. He's knees deep in grease because he was trying to fix a dishwasher, I think. So he's tapping in right now. But yeah, let's Navy while Tex is getting in here. Navy dude, and we'll let Tex talk about his Cowboys. Navy dude Dave Howell, Sam Howell. He went that QB. Then he went with Jalen Warren. Then he had CD. And then he had Amon-Ra St. Brown. Then he had McBride, the tight end from the Cardinals. So nice little lineup there. 193 is pretty good. So shout out you, dude. Hey, I know you're just getting into DraftKings, so hey, maybe we'll take some credit for that. We sprinkle a little credit our way because we talked to him on
193 is humming.
That's a good lineup. I mean, that's good. That's 100 and that's 100. It's 110 points more than me.
Yeah, you're on a terrible.
Roast me.
Last. How did you finish last?
Last. 24 out of 24, dude. I bought into Lamar. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know why. I was watching my balls drop on the DraftKings screen. And then I'm just sitting there looking. I'm like, I'm watching the Cleveland and Baltimore game. I'm like, why in the hell did I pick Lamar Jackson? Like, we know this. We say this every week. So
And the Bengals D. Texans come out throwing, dude.
I know. Dude, it was a bad week for me all around. I mean, I still cashed like 2 or 3 lineups, but the majority of them was awful. I was bad this week, and you'll see it in our guys.
How much money did you leave on the table with this lineup? Had to be a few thousand.
I don't remember, honestly. Lamar was expensive. He was the number 1 quarterback on the slate. So,
Against
but I had
Browns
5.
D.
I had 5. Dude, they both put up 30 something points, close to it, didn't they? Both teams scored like 30 points.
Yeah, but the Ravens had a pick six.
Yeah, it's true. But I had 5 ice cubes on that lineup. That was bad. I didn't even get. That's probably the lowest. That's one of the lowest scores ever. So, anyways, all right. So you know what I did right after that? I put up a poll because I was mad.
Of course you did.
Texas mic is muted. I put up a poll because I did it last week with Herbert, and CJ Stroud beat Justin Herbert. Now CJ Stroud. The question was, would you rather have CJ Stroud or Lamar? J-Vi, who would you rather have?
I would take CJ Stroud over Lamar.
Mm.
Yeah. I'd have to really sit and think about Herbert, even though I probably right now, just the way they're playing, CJ Stroud. But I would pick CJ Stroud over Lamar 10 days out of 10.
He buried Herbert, so now he's burying Lamar.
Current year, yes. Current year, yes.
X. There he is. We
still got to talk about like Stroud hasn't even had a bot. This is his first year, no film. They're still figuring out how to run the offense. So let's give him a year or two because we got Justin Herbert did the same thing.
Oh, I know.
And he's come back to earth.
Year three is the deciding year.
Oh yeah.
You're not flying in the Stroudosphere?
No. I'm still on the runway.
Well, I'm going just based off now, week to week league. I was asked about who I would take right now. CJ Stroud.
All right, Tex, we just roasted you for not entering your team into the contest.
You'd have won.
Costing us some representation on the podium.
I've cashed. I've got some money to play with now. Okay. So you'll see Tex in there next week. Guaranteed.
Put it on the board, write it down.
You got to. All right, we already did Homer Rally, so you can talk about the Cowboys, but you also have to tell us about the Niners winning the Super Bowl.
Oh yes. So let me start by telling you that before the game. So it's 2:45 game start. the sun is setting. It's a normal baseball field. The outfield is set up to where
the outfield's in the outfield and the infield's in the
infield. To where the sun's not setting behind the pitcher's mound. It's set up like it's supposed to be. It's facing the correct way is what I'm saying, So the sun is setting in the east.
Yeah.
And so it's setting, to where one team is going to have the sun in their eyes when the ball is thrown, because it's kind of low in the sky. And so, after the coin flip, we win the coin flip, and I'm like, all right, we want the ball, because that's what I always do. I never defer. If we win the coin toss, we're getting the ball.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you want to switch at halftime? He's like, well, we haven't done it all year, so we're not going to do it this game. And I was like, but the sun's down. We're going to have, it'll be fair for us both. He said, nope, we haven't done it all year. So I said, okay. And I turned around to my assistant coach and I said, we're about to run the score up on him. So this is hate you flag football, because he did that. I was like, okay, that's it. I'm not gonna be nice. And then we proceeded to run the ball all damn game, like 45 runs in a row with one pass to start the game. Because I just wanted to see if we could see the ball, and we couldn't. I was like, all right, that's it. We're running all game. Crammed it down their throats, 26-12.
Yes.
Yes.
Super Bowl champs, county champs.
Ring game.
Oh, did Wilson just fumble that? Nope. Okay.
Ring game, dude.
Yeah, they got a huge ring. Like, the ring is the size of an actual conference football championship ring.
He covers like half his hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was wearing my Niners shirt
it's
when
an absolutely huge ring. So you got a second Super Bowl ring, 2-time Super Bowl winning coach here talking to you guys. 1-time U10 soccer county champ coach. And, a lot of winning. Cashed in my lineup today. I'm riding an all-time high. The only downside is my dishwasher broke, which is why I'm late. The circulation pump on my dishwasher is leaking pretty bad, and it basically was running out into my floor. Luckily, not into the back underneath the cabinets and everything, but it was just basically pouring straight out into my floor. So we had to get that cleaned up and figure out
put all of his rings in there, and it weighed it down and broke.
No, basically.
Humble and hungry.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna order. We ordered some parts. I'm gonna try and replace that and fix it before we just buy a new dishwasher and spend $600 to buy one and $200 to have somebody install it.
But you didn't even place on the podium of the Muffet stalls.
Nope, did not. But yeah, it was legit. Erickson had two tuds. With defensive and offensive MVP for the team.
What's his jersey number?
Woo.
They don't have numbers.
It's not about the name and the number on the back, dude. It's about the name on the front.
But in baseball, he was always 23, but it was going to change to 9 because he liked
Bryce
9.
Young.
Yeah.
He likes Bryce Young.
Hey, I was 9 in high school.
Hey, there you go, Uncle J-Vi.
Oh, Uncle J-Vi.
Uncle J-Vi.
Hey, anything you want to say about the Cowboys? We did Homer Alley.
Oh, still in the beginning of the game struggled pretty badly and embarrassingly in the red zone. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. Luckily, we played the Giants, and it helped that they are not very good in any aspect of football right now.
They stink, except for Tommy DeVito's parents in the stands. They're classic Italian. Italian family.
Look. DeVito is not great, but his O-line, he's running for his life back there.
Mm-hmm.
I was just watching the plays, and he's every single snap. It was a defensive player chasing him down from behind with very little time to throw. So I won't say that it's all him. Some him, yes, but not all him.
Well, he's also a third-string guy.
Yeah.
What are we expecting out of him?
I don't know what people expected, but you just watch him play, and you're like, man, that guy has no time to throw the ball.
There's no way in.
Yeah.
There's absolutely 100% his family owns some sort of meat packaging or sandwich shop. Or
garbage
is in
company.
construction. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And then we talk about
He lives at home with his mom. He lives at home with his parents. I think it's great.
I don't blame him. App State, we talked about them too, dude. Yes, we're back. We're back.
Texas about. Hey, we need to start chirping Texas A&M. Get Tex officially in Texas.
Get me on there.
Two-time Super Bowl winning coach.
Jeff Saturday did it.
Hey,
I
He didn't even have a winning record.
Interim.
I'm going to apply. I'm going to. I'm going to write him a letter.
Do it. Hey, like Dabo, if you want to apply for the job, good luck.
Yep.
Let's do it.
I'm going to apply for his job too.
Let's do it.
Hey, when I come, I'm taking my boys with me.
Hey.
Coach Prime.
Bringing my bag.
I'm bringing my luggage, and guess what? That's not even Louis. It's
Carhartt.
It's Carhartt, dog.
It's covered in dishwasher water. So
work.
Slippery bandits.
Yep. We're here to work.
All right.
We're changing our jerseys to Carhartt jerseys, and
yes,
they're going to be our sponsor. We're here to work.
Those wouldn't be hot at all.
What's that underwear?
Duluth.
Duluth. That's going to be our underwear. Everybody's getting underoos from Duluth.
Yes.
And extra tough boots.
The Moose is Duluth in Texas.
Yep.
That
would be incredible.
All right, Thursday night football from Week 10. Primetime Mandam Hot Guys. Chicago hosted Carolina in probably one of the – I forgot to write the score. I don't even remember what the score was, but it was bad.
It was terrible. Yep.
The over-under was 39. I don't think that hit, and I did think Chicago won by more than 4. I forgot to write the score in there, so excuse me, folks, but we wanted nothing to do with this game. However –
Pardon you.
The all-orange Bear uniforms suck, and I'm sick of
– I kind of thought that was like the only bright spot in the game.
No.
With the orange helmets and everything.
No.
You don't like
the only bright spot of the game was us giving out 1, 2, 3, 4. Every single guy we gave out was in the optimal lineup. We had two. We had Javi and DYLON gave you Deontay Foreman. ButchP gave you DJ Moore. Tex gave you the Chicago defense. I gave you Cole Kmet. The only people we were missing was Cairo Santos and Bryce Young somehow. It was a 5-1 Chicago stack, and Deontay Foreman was the optimal captain. So, Javi, if you care to take a quick victory lap.
Hey, revenge game. Panthers are terrible against the run. I told y'all that. Says it right there in my notes. Panthers can't stop the run. Revenge game. Too easy.
And Chicago dropped about 4 interceptions. Could have been way worse for the Panthers.
Yep.
I have an idea for bad games.
Hey, Bryce Young is not good. That wasn't on his offensive line. There was some plays where he rolled.
Guy wins 2 Super Bowls and thinks he's a quarterback.
We defended him a little bit, but he wants to come in here and say, "Don't tell me that CJ Stroud is great," but he's going to come in here and say Bryce Young is not good.
Young is not good.
You're ready to cast.
Let's wait to see how he. Let's wait to see how he sees after he watches the tape.
You're right. Hey, you're right.
This is coming from a guy who ran the ball 47 times yesterday or today.
Yeah.
He's like, he's terrible. He doesn't hand it off enough.
Nope. Doesn't do it right.
Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl.
I got 8-year-olds that hand off better than he does.
You also have 8-year-olds that don't run out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Here's what they should do for bad games.
They should do like I can honestly say that for sure.
Call of Duty style. If it's a game that sucks, they should just start making the field 10 yards shorter on each side. Every quarter. If they don't score a touchdown, bring it 10 yards closer each side.
Wait, didn't they do that on a Northwestern game at Chicago?
I don't know. But then by the fourth quarter, it's like a 40-yard field. Anyways, that's the idea for a bad game. Anybody have success from DFS or DraftKings from that night?
I think I won a little bit. Yeah,
I cashed a few just because what we just said. Those guys that we said to play, we played them all. So, didn't play the Bryce Young. Played the wrong kicker in one of them. That cost me. Anyways, all right, that game was atrocious. Let's move on to some other games we liked from this Sunday. Let's let J-Vi go first.
Well, I talked about my game a little bit earlier. I had Seattle and Washington, and like I said, when Tex sent me a message saying that I wasn't going to break 100 in my lineups, the score was like 9-6 at halftime. But like every single game, I think this is like what's hard about watching Red Zone, like for the first hour and a half that it's on, is it's like the first half of all the games in the first time slot. It's like they're all like that. It's like boxers in the first 2 rounds just trying to fill each other out. And then you hit that witching hour and it's just like games start to explode. And that's kind of how it is, at the end of the day, that middle of the road, blah, and then second half of those late night games explode. And that's what happened here.
How did Sam Howell throw for like 303 touchdowns?
Because they're behind all the time.
And none of his receivers did jack poo. Dotson had 0 points. McLaurin was terrible.
He had 7 points. I know. I was wondering the same thing. Samuel had like 2 points. I don't know who he threw it to.
I know De'Ami Brown had the game-tying touchdown, and I think Gibson and Robinson had all the touchdowns.
So he's just hitting the running backs the flat. What about Logan Thomas?
He had a pretty decent showing.
Yeah.
Can I say something from this game? Pete Carroll looks absolutely like an idiot with a with a hat on. He had a hat on this game. I've never seen him with a hat on.
Really?
Looks like a complete jabroni. He has never looked older than when he was wearing that hat because he has no hat swag.
His mouth looks like he's chewing French tips.
He had one of those khaki hats. he had one of those khaki hats, that like zip, that like pull, like it doesn't button or Velcro in the back. It wasn't fitted, and it was so loose. I'm like, dude, if you at least have some hat swag if you're gonna wear a hat, dude. You can't be just like, oh, I'm just gonna toss this khaki colored hat on here. Maybe it was for the veterans.
Did it rain?
Maybe that's what it was.
Perhaps.
I don't know.
Perhaps.
But he needs.
Oh no, it was raining there.
Well, yeah, but
just he's tighten it up. Don't get a wrinkly hat. Like, show some respect to the people watching the game. Anyways, it was a good game though. Okay, I'll go next. I gave. It's like the third week in a row. I gave you Tampa Bay and Tennessee. Over under was 38. Tampa Bay favored by 1. They did cover. Tampa Bay, I think, won 20-6. So not even close to the over. Will Levis was awful. DeAndre Hopkins was terrible. Derrick Henry was pathetic. Mike Evans and Rashad White were the only people from this game, I think, that were worth anything. It was bad. It was a terrible, uneventful game other than Mike Evans doing Mike Evans things. So Tampa Bay wins the NFC South. Carolina's not out of it for all you Panthers fans. I think they're only like 3 games back.
Wow.
Atlanta lost to Arizona. New Orleans lost to Minnesota. The Panthers lost to the Bears.
Tampa Bay
Who's
won.
the other? Tampa Bay won. There you go. So I think they're like 4-6. So Panthers aren't out of it, boys. They're only 3 games back. All right, Tex, go. You had Cincinnati, Houston. I don't know if you even watched it.
Was it? No, I didn't have a chance to it, but I saw the score. Was it really an upset?
No.
Here's what I'm saying. C.J. Stroud beat Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow owns Patrick Mahomes. Therefore, by transitive property, C.J. Stroud is better than Patrick Mahomes, right?
Who all was out for the Bengals today? Like, why did they look so bad?
T. Higgins was out.
T. Higgins was out.
I think Hendrickson got hurt too, pretty badly. They could not. Devin Singletary ran wild in this game.
I know.
I mean, he ran for like 150 yards.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop anything that Houston was doing offensively. I mean, all the dudes from Houston went off. Noah Brown, Tank Dell, Singletary, Schultz had a decent game. Like, it was ridiculous. So, I don't know. Are the Bengals frauds or no?
The Bengals had Jamar Chase and Boyd.
Boyd dropped a touchdown to go ahead. I mean, literally, they had to kick a field goal because he dropped the touchdown.
Yeah, the white guy, what's his name?
Irwin.
Yeah, played him last week in the showdown. Nothing, 0 points. He scores a touchdown this game.
Yep, like 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Cue the crocodile hunter meme gif. So yeah. Anyways, did it hit the over 48? I think it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
30-27, 57 points. Yeah.
There you go. And then ButchP gave you Jacksonville and the Niners 46.5. San Francisco favored by 3. Covered. Niners are back. Brock Purdy made a mockery of that defense. The defense, 49ers defense, made a mockery of Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars, who were the hottest team in the league going into the bye. Mind you, both these teams came out of the bye. So they went across the country, dominated whenever they were fully healthy. And the Niners are back. And if you played Kittle, Purdy, CMC was pretty good. Not as good for as expensive as he was. Debo and Ayuk were pretty good too. So
Brock Purdy is not afraid of cats.
He's not. He exercises demons, dude.
Mm-hmm. He is.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get back to the farm.
He's not afraid of
You know what?
cats.
That's exactly what happened. He went back to the farm, saw his cats around the barn, cured him. Got toxoplasmosis.
Did a little barn cat there.
Mm-hmm. This little cat poop, got some on his fingers, licked it a little bit. Toxoplasmosis, cured his fear.
Literally. So yeah, they mollywopped him. We talked about these games.
Toxoplasmosis. No longer scared of cats. That's how you cure it.
He was doing the Kenny.
He's a cats guy now.
He went and did the South Park Kenny guy in the top of the barn whenever he was at home.
Sniffed the cats. It was tripping balls. That was a great.
All right. Yes. So they dominated. We talk about these games from a DraftKings perspective. And the reason we do that is because you want games like Los Angeles and Detroit, where there's like 80 points combined. And you want the players from those teams. So that's whenever we pick these games, that's what we're trying to get. And we're trying to stay away from the obvious pick. So, all right. 5 questions from the other games. Triple RB won the showdown again this morning for the 3rd time in like 2 weeks. And Mac Jones got benched. So, is Zeke or Ramondre Stevenson the back to own?
The what? Back to home?
The back to own.
I'd
like to see where you make
I don't know. I go Stevenson.
Let me rephrase that. How bad are the Patriots?
Good enough to beat the Bills. I mean, Mac Jones had a career day.
Dude, he got benched for Zappy in the 4th.
It's like the same thing with the Jets last year. Like the Jets, Zach Wilson had a career day against the Bills last year. The Jets beat the Bills. And then Zach Wilson gets benched a couple weeks later. Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
Dude, this game was so bad. Like, the Germany game? What was the Germany game last week?
Chiefs, Dolphins.
Oh, okay. All right. So that one wasn't that bad, but holy moly, they had to watch you see the roof on that thing?
Yeah.
Stadium?
Yeah.
It's like one of those tarps you had in elementary school that you flip up and then everybody runs underneath it.
Yeah.
That thing was wild. Okay. So Indianapolis wins. They're still alive. Cleveland, Baltimore. Is Lamar Jackson overrated?
I mean, yeah.
Another fourth quarter interception.
I think he's great in the regular season when it doesn't really matter as much and he can run around and, do his thing.
How is he any different than Purdy? When they have a lead, he's really good. When the game's close, he turns the ball over. Why aren't people saying
Jimmy Garoppolo?
Sounds like Josh Allen.
Sounds like everybody not named C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
You guys here?
Yep.
He's up for the MVP. He should be in the MVP conversation. But yeah, that division's outrageous. The Steelers and the Browns are 6-3, and the Ravens are 7-3, and the Bengals are 5-4 somehow. I don't get it. So, anyways, but yeah. Hey, that dude from Baltimore, that Keaton, is that his name?
I don't know.
The running back from ECU.
Oh, Mitchell?
Yes, Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah.
He can fly.
Yeah.
And if you played Mark Andrews, I'm sorry, because I played Mark Andrews and he stunk. He was awful. New Orleans, Minnesota. Is the Passtronaut Josh Dobbs the MVP of the league right now? Tex.
I mean, it's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go journeyman mode and win everywhere you go and not be in the conversation.
And he beat Dallas.
Speaking of, Dallas right now would play San Francisco.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
You don't want that.
All right.
You don't want that.
And then
Just
Detroit.
trust.
How's Detroit and Chargers? Jahmyr Gibbs is really good, and Keenan Allen's ridiculous. Told you, John.
Yeah.
And
Keenan Allen, like he just puts up points all the time.
Yep. It's crazy, dude. I don't know how he's still doing it. It's unbelievable. Quentin Johnston can't catch either. I don't know.
Whenever you watch him play, though, it's like he catches the ball with such strength.
Mm-hmm.
Strength.
He attacks it. He
literally does. Like, I mean, that ball. When it's near him, it's his. He's going. It's like watching Calvin Johnson, a less talented cat. Like, he would go up and get the ball. He goes and gets it. That's what I look at when I see him. I just see a guy who just gets the ball. Just throw it near him and he gets it.
I think the Lions are 7-2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty sure they are.
They are.
All right,
number
guys,
2
we like
in the conference.
They are.
Puts them ahead of the Niners.
Yeah,
it does.
Like CeeDee Lamb doesn't go get the ball. He needs it. He needs it to him. He won't go get it.
Oh, you're saying he's not a number one. He's a number 2.
I'm just saying he doesn't go get it.
He's got to have it handed to him.
Mm-hmm. He wants it in his hand. He did make a nice one-handed catch today.
He did,
but he didn't go get it.
All right. Let's get to our guys that we liked, that we picked out, that like, hey, plug these dudes in your DraftKings lineup. Wasn't too great.
No.
was not very good. I'll go first. Quarterbacks. Hey, Jared Goff. Told you, dude. Quarterback 8 got you probably nothing. Trevor Lawrence. Holy cow, was that bad? 5.1 points. And then Will Levis, 6.92 points.
Wow.
Dude, I gotta go. I need a darkness retreat. I need to do something. Because
I like that.
I'm on an all-time downward spiral here. I didn't have my finger on the pulse at all.
AK's telling you that he gave you the worst picks of all time.
I don't know.
And right now, I'm telling you to hold my beer.
Yes.
Because I gave you Sam Howell, who, has 28 points and is QB2 or something. Doesn't have a single receiver that can catch the ball, apparently, because Dotson had 0 points.
I
also gave you Smith Najigba, who at the start of the game, they threw him the ball like 4 times in a row. And I'm like, let's go. This is going to be an awesome pick. I don't think they threw it to him anymore after that because he had 9 points, which is okay for his price, but not where you want to be to win the Milly. And my dart throw, which I gave you Kadarius Hodge, but I also said it depends on if London plays or not. He had 0 points.
Solid.
2 zeros.
2 zeros I gave you, and 1 9.
Hey, 009.3, dog.
Hey, you're welcome.
Let's go.
Special agent.
All right. Tex
J-Bar.
defenses.
You got Cincinnati, who was mid. Arizona, who was less than mid. And Jacksonville, who was terrible.
Yes. Terrible. Jacksonville was in the optimal lineup for the 100K prize I was
really?
in. Yes. You'll see that in a second.
Cincinnati should have had a pick six, though.
They should have. Somehow he got stopped.
Was that Tank Bell?
Oh, that was okay. I know what you're talking about. That was a bad interception too.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah.
ButchP gave you
Bijan
Robinson, 17.6. Not bad. He did find the end zone. And DYLON, our only saving grace was he told you to play TJ Hawkinson, who went absolutely berserker mode, and then he also told you to play Sam Laporta. So
who had been in the weeks past good.
Yeah, Sam Laporta had been good.
Yeah.
DYLON picked the highest ranked tight end and said, "You should play this guy."
Oh wow, yeah.
No, that was Mark Andrews, and he was atrocious.
He also played Mark Andrews though in his lineup. So
oh, did he? Oh, yeah. What a hypocrite! What a coward!
Wow, dude. Do some research. Hey, don't just read names off the top of the list, man. Do some digging.
That's criminal. How could you do that to the people, DYLON? Scumbag. All right, speaking of scumbags, the quarterbacks. This is pretty much everybody that I played and gave you. These are the guys who are pretty high owned who did not show up. Quarterbacks were Will Levis, Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson. None of them scored more than 15, and 2 of those didn't score more than 7. The running backs were Joe Mixon, Tony Pollard, who is awful and is losing his job to Rico Dowdle. Travis Etienne sucked, and Aaron Jones sucked. Scumbags. And I played a lot of those dudes. That's why my weekend was so bad. Your wide receivers, DeAndre Hopkins, Hollywood Brown, Jahan Dotson, Deontay Johnson, Terry McLaurin. It's like all the guys we just gave you. And Calvin Ridley. None of those dudes scored over 7 points. Tight end scumbags. Sam Laporta, Taysom Hill finally had an off week. Evan Ingram, and then Irv Smith. And then your defenses, Arizona. Dude, scumbag list is basically the entire brand. Yeah. I'm just going to put out a tweet that says scumbags and just post our picture. Man, that was bad. All these people bought into the Christian Kirk had an okay game for the Jacksonville passing attack, and it did not. Nobody from Jacksonville showed up. Do you want to read the stud bags? Fire flames on these guys.
Here we go.
Oh, passing touchdown. The streak is over.
Who was it?
The Raiders. Michael
Devontae?
Yes. The mayor of
Stud bags this week. Dak, 41 points. Herbs. So better than Stroud.
Big Herbs.
Hal, 28 points with no receiver over 10 points. Gino, 27. And
your guys from your game.
Leading MVP candidate, Josh Dobbs. Running backs, B-Rob, Gibbs, Devin Singletary, Warren, and Najee, both running backs from the Steelers.
Dude, one lineup had both of those guys, Warren and Najee Harris, that was winning the 100K.
I played them both, just not in the same lineup. Wide receivers, Keenan Allen, CeeDee Lamb. Of course, Brandon Cooks this week after I gave him to you last week. ARSB, Evans, Noah Brown, Chase. Tight ends, as DYLON gave you the highest ranked guy.
Here we go. One.
McBride and Kittle. Defense, San Francisco, Cleveland, Baltimore, Tampa Bay.
That's so weird to see 2 defenses from the same game.
Yeah. They both had pick sixes, though.
Yeah. That was all right. That was your stud bags and scumbags brought to you by us as we sponsor ourselves. Let's roast our lineups. ButchP isn't here, but he played Hollywood Brown and Hopkins. A lot of people bought into them.
I played Hollywood Brown, just thinking because Kyler Murray was back.
He had a good game. He looked pretty
I
good.
think he was going to go tight end route.
He had a good game. J-Vi.
Yeah.
Jahan Dotson, Jamison Williams in the same lineup.
Yeah.
What the flippity flops are you doing?
I got a little ahead of myself money-wise, so that's why I had to play Jamison Williams. But he's been getting more looks than Reynolds lately. So I don't know. I thought maybe he'd get behind the Chargers D because they're kind of slack on pass. Their defense is not very good in secondary. But Dotson I gave you, so I had to play him in a lineup. It just happened to be the same lineup.
Jameson Williams, the only dude that's not doing well on that offense. Everybody else is doing great.
Yeah.
Tex, we're going to roast you because why don't you enter your lineups into our contest and at least save us from looking like complete idiots in our own contest?
I'll be in there next week, guaranteed.
Okay.
I got my cash built up. Once or cashed in some events, so I'll be in there. Watch me finish at the bottom with you guys.
Yes,
for sure.
Yeah, I just happened to pick the wrong lineup to put in there.
Me too.
I would have cashed if I would have put my house lineup in there.
I think the highest one I had was like 150 something.
Yeah, I would have beat you still. Well, you're not getting out of this without being roasted. You finished dead last. 80 points.
85.
85.
Hey, give us points.
Don't you pick 9 guys?
I thought I did. The problem is I keep buying into the freaking Ravens like an idiot.
Yeah, that's your own fault.
Like, you listen to all these guys talk about the Ravens like they're some juggernaut, and all they do is run the ball well, and their defense is good. Anything in the passing attack is atrocious. They need to stop
OBJ
putting
did
Lamar.
score today.
Are they on fraud alert?
Yeah, they are. They can't throw the ball.
Every year.
The fraud-to-more Ravens. Yeah, that was bad, dude. 85 points in that contest was so bad. I even was disgusted when I put it in there. I was like, ugh. Anyways. All right, here's the 100K winner lineup. Dak Prescott, Devin Singletary, Joe Mixon, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Keenan Allen, TJ Hawkinson, McBride, and the Jacksonville D with 1 point. The ownership on this lineup was pretty – the only person that was highly owned, over 25%, was Joe Mixon. So nobody was on the Dallas stack at all. They didn't even – I mean, obviously you can't bring it back with anybody from the Giants, but
I had Dak and Cooks. I had Dak, Cooks, and Ferguson.
You need a CD, dude. You'd want some good coin there. So that was a 100K winner. Just goes to show you, dude, you got to be different. I don't know why I didn't think to play. I just thought they were going to run the ball, but we know how Dallas likes to just showboat whenever they're playing terrible teams.
Oh yeah, they're going to pad. They're going to pad stats for sure.
All right, Monday Night Football tomorrow. Buffalo hosts the Broncos. That's right. 47.5 over under. Buffalo favored by 7, which has come down from 7.5. So the over and under went up, but the spread went down. J-Vi, this is your team. Give us the primetime man dime hot guy, and we're going to give you people, the 5 people, or 3 of the 5 that you'll need to win. Go.
I'm going to ride Kincaid. He's got 8 targets a game. Yep, he's averaging 8 targets a game his last 3 games since the Bills went to that 11 personnel. And he's been on I think he has like the highest catch radius out of anybody in the league. Just his targets, his catches. I mean, he catches everything. He's like a vacuum.
He just can't hold on to it once he catches it.
Yeah, don't let him run. He tries to jump over everybody and not like jump like Josh Allen jumps over, hurdles him. He like dives with the ball out wide open, like he's going for a touchdown or first down.
Sean McCoy.
He just does it in the middle of the field for no reason. But
He'd
the
be a really
Broncos
good
are terrible
ultimate frisbee
tight
player.
end too, so I think he's going to have a decent game. And he's
He'd be a
not
good ultimate frisbee player.
he's going to be a guy that is involved in the offense and gets a lot of points, but he's like the lowest amount out of like all those guys that other guys that do the same.
I'm going to give you Javonte Williams. He's had good workload the past few weeks, good production, and the Bills are hurting on defense, and they are not going to let Russ cook. The whole plan has been to keep the ball out of Russ's hands from throwing it. So in your DraftKings showdown tomorrow, Javonte Williams.
Does he catch the ball in the backfield?
He does, but they're letting that McLaughlin guy get a little run, but he only plays like, I don't know, 20% of the snaps. So
I'd play whoever catches the ball in the backfield more.
Okay, Tex.
Russ Wilson is 2-1 against the Bills.
He's what?
2-1.
2-1.
68.9% completion. 292 yards average. 2 interceptions. I think he's the guy to play because he knows how to beat the Bills.
Is he the best quarterback on the field in this game?
I think that he will be the most competent quarterback on the field this game.
When his team is on offense.
His team is on offense.
Who dates the bigger celebrity?
Woo! Travis, wait, what? Who's Josh Allen date?
I don't know, some Seinfeld girl. Seinfeld. I don't know. Apparently she's famous.
She can't be famous if I don't know who she is.
You don't know who a lot of people are, though.
True. That's very true. Very true.
That's my pick. I'm going with Russ.
Okay.
I think that he's gonna ball out this game.
Must win for the Bills.
Have to win.
Broncos are on a winning streak too.
Can't lose for the Bills.
Dead or alive for the Bills. This is a dead or alive for the Broncos. Can't lose for the Bills.
Can't lose for the Bills.
All right. Let's talk some college football and hang some banners before we wrap this thing up.
Let's do it.
Do we have our theme music ready?
Yeah, it's always ready.
This is where it always goes sideways for me somehow.
Football, you're so cool.
And on our show, you're gonna rule. Football, we love you. Oh. Deep cuts only. I hurt my neck in the shower somehow.
Do you guys?
I was washing my hair and hurt my neck. Every time I turn my head, it hurts. Shoots down my traps.
Washing your hair.
Yeah.
Getting old. Getting old.
Yep. What were you going to say?
I think I was going to say in his last 5 games, Russ Wilson, his last 5 games, okay, 67% completion. Okay. His last 5 games.
Was this the last 5 games?
Last 5 games.
Okay.
165 passing, 10 touchdowns, 103 passing rating. We're going to ignore the 4 fumbles. And the
Don't
2
give me 4 games. Don't give me 4 games. I want last 5 games only.
Last 5 games. Last 5 games, okay? Last 5 games. For the year total, got 101 passer rating. Not bad. Not bad. And they beat Kansas City last week.
But he's had 1 sub canceled over the last calendar year. Josh Allen has had 0 subs canceled. Sub sandwiches. That's a bad omen for National French Dip Day.
I like the French dip.
So we were talking about French dip made with prime rib.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This segment's brought to you by Really Neat Outfitters. Promo code GHOST. Spend $60. Get free shipping, 10% off your order checkout. Go buy the big third down hat. Go to our Twitter page or our website. Not our website, www.raeo.live. Go buy the big third down hat. It's electric. Boogie woogie. Okay. College football week 11 Ironclad lock games that will deliver. Don't sleep on them games. We're going to get to the Michigan thing. We'll talk about that in a minute at the end. Mine was Rutgers at Iowa. Iowa destroyed them. So Iowa 7-2 in the catbird seat for the Big Ten West.
That had the lowest over under for any football game in history.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I think Iowa actually put up a lot of points that game.
The over under for that game was 31 points.
Wow.
So it still went under.
Wow.
It was like 3-0 in the third quarter.
J-Vi, what was yours?
I went Wyoming and UNLV. UNLV's making a run this year. Wyoming has played everybody tough, but this was a sleeping game on Friday night. UNLV, they showed you why they're that dog this year.
They dog walk them?
Yeah, it's like 34-14 or something.
Wow.
Put them in the blender.
Yeah.
Dang.
With the sphere overlooking the game.
The Air Force game broke Wyoming.
The eyes.
Oh, yeah. Tex.
USC Oregon. Oregon was Oregon. Put it on them. USC gave a valiant fight, but couldn't sustain.
I had a question. We talked about this a little bit earlier.
I don't like Caleb Williams, no.
If he doesn't win Pac-12 Player of the Year, which he shouldn't. He shouldn't.
Yeah, there's no way.
How do you draft him number one?
Dude,
shouldn't you be drafting a guy at one Player of the Year?
He's making throws and reads and plays that don't need to be made. Like he's making a simple throw and read way harder than it needs to be because he just wants to run around. Now, I mean, it does look cool, but like a 3-step or 5-step drop, boom, ball's out into a window. He's taking a half butt drop and running around. It's Johnny Manziel. It looks like Johnny Manziel. That's what I see whenever I watch him play with a stronger arm. So no, I wouldn't take him first. No.
He's a generational talent.
I don't know about that.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
So send me up Bryce Young.
Yeah. Okay. All right. My game with that dog in it was South Dakota State at Youngstown State.
Mm-hmm.
This didn't have any dog in it at all. This was an absolute sticking from start to finish. It was like 38-0.
God.
State's a West.
Yeah,
ranked South Dakota State.
That was our team last year. Jackrabbits.
The Jackwagons.
The Jackwagons.
We need a shirt. Okay. J-Vi, game with that dog in it.
A blue shirt with the yellow wagon. That's all you need.
Jackwagons.
And it just says Jack over top of it.
Just a bottle of Jack Daniels in there.
My game with that dog in it was App State, Georgia State. And for all I'm concerned, the game did have a lot of dog in it. App State ran the damn football. They had Georgia State had 2 turnovers in the red zone. I mean, App State put on a clinic on how to play football. Georgia State is now 0-9 against App State.
Yes. Old buddy Aguilar was slinging that thing.
Yeah. Noel's healthy again, too, so that helps. Nate
all right,
Noel.
Next.
Florida, LSU. LSU did show up to play and put it out of reach. The score was closer than the game actually was.
Yeah, Florida sucks.
Yes.
Napier's on the hot seat.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I don't know what he was thinking with that. I mean,
transfer.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure where he was going with that.
Me either. I don't get it. Playoff model jump games. Mine was Ole Miss at Georgia. This also was a terrible game. Georgia blew the doors off. Brock Bowers is back too.
Georgia's the only team playing ranked teams right now.
They prop them up, dude. They prop them up.
I got a stat too for
The-
Kirby and the other relevant news. You can go ahead and read it. I'll go ahead and read it.
Read it.
All right. So my stat, I saw this the other day, involves Kirby Smart. November 8th of 2020, Kirby Smart at Georgia was 48-14. November 8th, 2023, so exactly 3 years later, Kirby Smart is 90-15 at Georgia.
Whoa.
They've lost one game in 3 years.
SEC's weak. How can you
And
let somebody run the conference?
They're 42-1 in the last 3 years. 43-1 now in the last 3 years.
SEC's weak. There only should be 3 teams ranked in that conference. Missouri,
There should only be
Alabama.
2 teams ranked in the Big Ten.
Agreed. I'm not arguing that. They don't even need top 25. Just make it a top 15. What's it matter?
Yep.
Who cares?
Yep.
Rankings don't mean anything anyways. They just throw the SEC lower tier teams in there when they play Alabama or Georgia. They'd be like, hey, look, they beat a ranked team. All right.
Hey, same with the Big Ten.
Utah, what was your playoff model, John?
Oh, mine was Utah and Washington. Washington tried to give this game away.
Did you see the dude who dropped the ball?
Yes, at like the 5. He wasn't even close to the goal line.
Even close.
Like, he dropped it at like the 5.
How does that happen so much?
I don't know.
I don't get that.
Texas kids, they don't do that.
No,
He's got
they
them
don't.
Disciplined up.
Cross the goal line, drop it,
keep running through the goal line.
Hey, hand it to the ref. Act like you've been there before.
Put it on the back line. Just set it down back there.
Oh, they all. I don't know what they all run together and jump up and down.
Gritty.
Yeah, Erickson hits the gritty. He drops the ball and hits the gritty. He'll run through the back of the end zone, drop the ball, and hit the gritty.
What's your playoff model jump, Tex?
Texas TCU. Texas cruise to a nice, easy, no worries victory, and just waiting for somebody to wake up and realize that Washington and Oregon ain't those cats.
Texas has blown a 20-point lead 3 games in a row.
3 games in a row. They're the worst closers in football.
Did they lose?
Hey,
worst closers in football.
Did they lose?
They go to Ames this week.
Let's go.
Hey, coincidentally, that was my trap game, and I was right. It was a trap game.
Tornado Alley.
The CEO of Stats and Tex were saying it's over for 3 hours, and I kept telling them it's not over. TCU was right up in that thing.
It was over. The game was never in jeopardy. It was over. It was
Texas
over.
blew a lead. All right, J-Vi, your trap game.
I've been saying it for a week now. Trap game tomorrow night. Broncos at Bills.
He's trying to normalize it, folks. So when they lose, he can say he told you so. But then when they win, he'll brag about it.
I know my team.
Tell you what, Virus is afraid of Sean Payton.
No.
Yes.
The guy I used to work for went to school with Sean Payton.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin James, Sean Payton, or Sean Payton, Sean Payton?
What's he say about him?
He says, "Don't be worried about him."
He says, "Don't be worried about him."
Well,
I think he's trying to deal with reverse psychology.
Wow, that was moving. All right, Tex, your trap game.
Miami FSU. It looked like in the beginning it was going to be a little bit of an old school battle there, but it ended up. Again, this is another one where the score is much closer than the game was whenever you watched it. Travis, first Florida State quarterback, believe it or not, to win 3 times against Miami.
Wow. That receiver they got's a dog. Coleman.
4.
Yeah.
That dude's good.
Miami had a chance here, though, at the end. Their quarterback doesn't.
That wasn't a chance.
Doesn't get hurt. When Van Dyke went out there, when Van Dyke went out there, Miami ran the same play 3 out of 5 plays. A little fade to number 4, and he caught it the first. He caught it the first 2 times. Then they tried again, broken up, interception.
Let's address Clemson first. Dabo has bought into they don't deserve the orange because he was wearing camo before. Shout out.
That outfit was fire.
That was.
was, though.
Had a C on the chest.
I want some of those pants for sure.
He stole the Citadel C. Is that stolen valor?
Oh, it is. You're right.
They do.
Most
Tolkien doesn't do
storied
Block C.
program in South Carolina is the Citadel.
Yep.
For sure.
Citadel's the best college to go to in South Carolina.
And they stormed the field.
Getting a job later.
Beat Georgia Tech.
They storm the field every win. We've been over this before.
Jeez.
It's called Meet Me at the Paul.
Oh my gosh.
Guess what,
Get
Paul?
over it.
They stormed the field when they beat Furman too.
I ain't stormed nobody.
Y'all didn't play anybody, Paul. You didn't storm nobody, Paul.
I ain't stormed nobody, Paul.
All right. And then the big game. Penn State hosting Michigan. Harbaugh was suspended. And we put out a tweet that almost went viral. It was just Jim Harbaugh with his sunglasses on and a mustache, and it said him Jarbaugh. Breaking news. Him Jarbaugh on the sidelines. He was expected to coach Michigan. Michigan didn't throw the ball the entire second half. Penn State's offense is so.
I love it.
They fired this OC.
And I said he was coordinating an offense. When did we miss that?
Dude, that Michigan coach's interview after the game was hilarious too.
I love the stat. This is the stat of the day, stat of the week, maybe even stat of the month. Passing leader in that game. Losing quarterback, Drew Aller, 70 yards.
Wow.
Passing leader.
Hey, McCarthy ceiling's higher though.
Is Blake Corum going to be the Heisman winner?
That's
the question. After this game, 145 yards. How many is that for him?
He's not even in consideration, but his stats are
he
better
was
than last year.
Yeah, he was last year. He was a dark horse last year.
Who?
So they're not giving
running back for
anything
Michigan.
Oh.
794 yards. Okay.
To anybody Michigan related. They're not giving it any accolades. They're after Michigan. They want Michigan to leave the Big Ten and come to the SEC. That's why all the ESPN people have been bashing the Big Ten and Michigan because they have no TV contract.
This is the old red herring.
Yes. They're saying, look at Michigan.
Michigan bad because they're not in the SEC.
I'm telling you right now, if you listen to the ESPN shows, they all bash Michigan, except for like two guys. And then if you listen to the Fox people, they're like, oh, it's not that bad. They weren't doing anything wrong. Everybody. So you got the Fox people who are in contract with the Big Ten and the ESPN who are in contract with the SEC, ACC, and Big 12. They're trying to weasel Michigan out. So anyways, let's hang some banners. All right. J-Vi, go.
I'm hanging some banners for these nice older middle-aged women in Athens, Georgia. Apparently, Pat McAfee went out to dinner on Friday night, and these ladies were heckling him, trying to get him out of the restaurant because they didn't want him there. And they told him that this was David Pollock's town, and he didn't belong here. So shout out to these older women. Hang some banners for them.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You got to love college football, dude. You have got to love college football. I wonder what he said. That's incredible. That's incredible. All right. I'm going to hang the banner for this dude who asked ChatGPT to rename the NFL teams because this is incredible. We'll post it. We'll just do ours. Here's the Buffalo Bills, the Niagara Thunderwolves. Dude, we have got to get shirts made of these for the ChatGPT. Here's the Cowboys, the Lone Star Outlaws. Here's the Niners, the San Francisco Gold Rush. Well, that sucks. The Northland Nomads was the Vikings.
Ooh, I like that.
That was pretty cool. What's another good one? The Cheesehead Lumberjacks for the Packers. And the Colts was the Hoosier Stallions.
Hoosier.
The Commanders was Capital City Monuments.
Oh,
And the Dolphins was South Beach Aquatic. Those are incredible. Hang the Banner forever did that. Tex, what's your Hang the Banner?
Mine is Kansas recruiting quarterbacks. Lose their top dog, who's a baller, for sure. Come back with a redshirt freshman, baller.
Bean
beats Oklahoma. Yeah, he was good. He got hurt though. He got hurt in this game. Guy that put in for him also was slinging the ball. Drove him all the way down the field. Got him tied up with Texas Tech. But Texas Tech drove down the field, threw like 70 yards worth of passes, and came back and won that game on a field goal. But all three of those quarterbacks that they've had play so far have been awesome. Much better than any other second and third string quarterbacks you've seen play thus far, outside of Malik Williams from Texas.
That dude's got it going on. Hey, Texas lost their running back. He tore his ACL.
That'd be okay.
Number 24.
That'd be okay.
All right. Other relevant sports news. I only have two things. One was ESPN is banning Adam Schefter, Woj, and other insiders from betting on sports leagues they cover. They especially want to prevent confidential information from insiders like Adam Schefter being used for betting purposes. And that's when ESPN has launched their new thing, ESPN Bet. So, in your face, Adam Schefter. And then the other thing was this dude on the PGA Tour hit 69 fairways in a row, Adam Long, which is a record. Wow. That's like, how many rounds of golf is that?
Almost 3.
Yeah.
72
Imagine not being
is 3.
Being in the fairway every time, playing 3 rounds of golf. It's incredible. All right. We'll update the WOAT-A-MAKER next show, but recommend our show to a friend. Tell a friend's friend, especially with the holidays coming up. We go for a pretty long while about football, so a good road trip. We told one account to pump our podcast as a road trip show because it is.
No show next Sunday.
What's next Sunday?
We're all out.
What's next?
Boots
Sunday?
On the ground.
Oh. Yes. I forgot about that. Traveling. Maybe we'll do an interview. Anyways, follow us on YouTube, The Milly Goats. Follow us on Rumble, The Milly Goats. Twitter and Instagram. Twitter at Milly Goats. Instagram at The Milly Goats. Website and blog, themillygoats.godaddysites.com. Apparel at Real Elite Outfitters, www.raeo.live. Subscribe, rate, review the show. Helps us out a bunch. Hey, the ice cream truck coming to you.
Go Bills.
Go Niners, baby. We're back.